I'm almost choosing to create more cracks right now by doing something hard in my life so that I can know and become adaptable to cracks that may arise that are not by choice. What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to another episode of the Morning Takeaway Podcast, aka the Inside Influence Podcast. I'm getting kind of tired of saying aka. I just need to commit and take my own advice and actually take action on the Inside Influence. I feel like I'm just like a hamster on a wheel telling you guys, oh yeah, I'm gonna have people and guests on my podcast, and then here we are. It's just me every single time and sitting with my dear friend Casper the Ghost. All right, that was a bad joke. But anyways, so today I actually just got off a run. I got off of a run as if it was like a call. I was on a run, as you can tell, fresh, got the glasses on and everything. I'm still sweating. And it was so fresh in my mind that I wanted to put a little takeaway out there, right? And as you know, the majority of my takeaways come from after this like endorphin rush on a run or a revelation during my workouts, and just kind of those feel-good hormones and endorphins that come from exercising and moving your body through space. And I was actually recording an Instagram story about this topic, as I normally do, and it wouldn't save, and I wasn't able to post it, and I was like, wow, like, oh, I could wait and post that tomorrow after my next run, but then it's like, it's not organic. I'm trying to force it in a way, and I figured since it was on my mind, I just wanted to get it out there, and I wanted to expand while it's fresh. And what better way than to do it on a podcast and not be limited to the 60 seconds that I get on Instagram. So without rambling on for too much longer, the takeaway was this, and I'll keep it super short. I was in the middle of a workout. Today was my speed day, and on a speed day, quote unquote, it's not just go out there and run as fast as you can, and I'm not doing sprints. I had a 6-mile workout. So the first mile, I was running at an easy pace, just keeping the heart rate low. That came out to be about 8:20. Then the second one was push the pace. You ramp up, you try to stride it out, you go for a mile. That today, I'm still kind of slow there, but right around a 7-minute mile. Then mile 3, back to slowing down. Mile 4, push the pace. Mile 5, easy. Mile 6, push the pace. And on mile 5, on my last slow mile, I was kind of like in stride and in this kind of runner's high. And if you've ever run, you understand that you get to a point where you're kind of, number one, you're kind of bored and you're kind of just looking for things to distract you from the time and the step after step repetition. And I was just staring at the pavement, noticing all the cracks. And if you know me, I love a good life analogy that's fun to relate to, because we all have seen cracks in a pavement before. If you know anything about that, you know that every piece of pavement is going to crack at some point. Some of the times, it's right when the pavement is laid. It's because of the way the pavement cools, or maybe the environment that it's in. Different environments affect the pavement in a different way. And as I was watching this and just looking at the pavement, every crack was unique, right? There's never gonna be one snowflake that is the same. There's never gonna be one crack that is the same. And I was just like stride after stride, just kind of going super slow, and I just started to formulate this analogy in my head that is so much like life. In the idea that we as humans, with the bodies that we have on this earth, they are permanent to an extent, right? This is the only body we're gonna get. Yes, life is not permanent in the sense that we all will die, but we have this body on earth. We have this heart, we have this brain, we have everything that we are given is permanent within us, right? Now that's not to say we can't change and we're not permeable, but the idea that this is what we have, that is permanent, right? But if we were like that pavement, it would be safe to assume that we all have cracks, that we all have flaws, that we all have maybe traumas or something deep down inside us that ultimately makes up who we are, right? In my opinion, vulnerability is an art, and it's literally the root of all connection in life. And why I bring that up is because when we have these cracks and these flaws and these things that make us who we are, if we're able to share them as the pavement shares their cracks, right? Not whether the pavement is a living thing or not, it doesn't matter, right? It's still it's there, and it's showing us who it is, right? So the more we are able to show and not even necessarily show them, but first coming to accept those cracks in our pavement of life, I think the more we are able to adapt and connect to different environments, different people, and ultimately grow as human beings. And that was, I could probably expand on it a little more, but that was ultimately the takeaway I had. And as I pushed that last mile on my last mile of the push the pace, I started to stride out. I'm obviously super tired. It's the last one. And of course it was my last mile. Of course it was the fastest mile, right? But every step I kept thinking about that crack and thinking like, oh, theoretically this is by choice. I'm almost choosing to create more cracks right now by doing something hard in my life so that I can know and become adaptable to cracks that may arise that are not by choice. And I think that's a lot of why I love fitness. That's why I love philosophy and just our mindsets on thing. And I'm an advocate for, having an impact on mental health or providing a new perspective, because I think everybody, we've all been through our cracks of life, and there will be more. But I think that is ultimately the message that I wanted to get across. And I hope there was some kind of value. As I always say, if somebody was able to get on a camera and a microphone and have an impact on my life, I hope that I could do the same, even if it's just one person. If there is anything that I said that might resonate with you, first of all, don't forget to like and don't forget to be subscribing, but don't hesitate to send to somebody that you might think will resonate with whatever I may have said. And obviously, if I did not say anything that resonated, that is okay too. I appreciate you making it this far. But that is all I have for you. I'm gonna end this thing with a random question generator. What's your opinion on tipping? I believe that you should tip. I don't know. I'm back and forth on that one, because I err on the side of being a very generous tipper, but I also err on the side of being very, based on the service. But then that's where I try to provide some perspective on myself and say, well, is this person going through a hard time and they don't know how to handle it? Or, right, and I go back and forth. But I think at the end of the day, my thoughts on tipping is like 20% is standard. And then whether it's anything after that, it's, I don't know, it's maybe how you're feeling. But there's also times that sometimes I just match the bill. But that's my opinion on tipping. I hope that didn't sound like I was a bad person. I don't know. Anyways, that's all I have for you, my friends. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you're the first one to see my videos when they come out. That's the end of my YouTube pitch. I appreciate you. Have an awesome freaking day. I'll see you next time. And don't forget to smile.